Kuzan wants to go towards against Faker's Zoe in the mid lane. So we're keeping the Lux for the laning phase. Lux Ezreal, very strong in the laning phase, of course. And Genji are going to have the most frustrating comp to deal with.
Dreaming stronger right
And
now,
he would smile in his sleep as well.
Yeah,
he's that kind of guy. Clayton's lovely, man. As here is going to be your Genji composition. The Blondies on the bottom side of the map, certainly able to control a lane phase.
What if they're brother and sister?
Oh,
The eyes do look similar.
Then that means Ezreal and Garen would be brother and sister as well, right? Sorry, brother and brother. Because Lux and Garen are brother and sister, aren't they? Let's consider that while the fans are cheering.
Is the sun setting?
Keep your eye on it, guys. Genji fans very loud. It does look a bit sunsetty.
It does look
Like
a little bit
bit.
sunsetty. It's starting to set on Summoner's Rift.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's going to go nighttime.
Yeah, is it going to be like true sunset if we get to a game 3?
Ooh.
And then so that it can be like nighttime, game 1 of our second series?
You mean like the semi-dark blue, but not totally dark?
Yeah, like dusk.
Yeah.
The twilight zone.
That would be really nice. I would really like that. You know what else I would really like?
What would you really like?
I would like a Skarner skin where the spire area is all just flowers and roses. Call it Captain Skarner. That's what they do.
Oh my god, that'd be incredible. Yeah, how would you make a Captain Flowers Skarner skin, I wonder?
I just told you.
Is that... No, but, you know, that's going to be the spires, but you haven't told me what Skarner's actually going to look like.
Well...
Is it just going to be Skarner with Captain Flowers' face?
You saw Team Liquid's new jerseys, right? The Avengers?
Yeah.
What they haven't told you is that the secret coach is Captain Flowers. He's going to get a skin when they win Worlds.
Right, that's how
Obviously.
it's working.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thought I had inside information, but no, apparently not. Whoa, it all gets past me, but thank goodness nothing gets past you, LS. I didn't even know that your name stood for low standards. Now I know.
Yeah.
Finally getting all the information.
Oh. One of the good things about this game is that Tom.
Yes, Thomas Kench once again, and you're cast in the right region for Thomas Kench to be involved. No matter how many times he gets hit with the Nerf bat, he just keeps getting back up and going back again. As Kuzan diving onto Faker. He's like that boxer that will just never quit, you know?
These series are probably actually making a lot of people sweat. They're seeing how useless Tom is in top lane, and that's all people are complaining about on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
But his popularity and support might mean that Riot has a way to nerf him.
Aha.
They've been given the excuse to try to hit him one more time. And then...
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Maybe he'll go down for the punch.
Maybe.
Down for the count.
I'm not yeah, well,
what
I mean...
did I say?
Yeah, down for the count is what you
Yeah,
meant, but down for the punch? Maybe you were
maybe
thinking about, like, maybe it's one last punch. That's a really, really nice trouble bubble,
nice.
But he's still going to get the flash out of Faker, and he's still going to go down for first blood. Halo Blades, Rek'Sai, plenty of damage availability.
And Kuzan being able to keep his flash available.
I really like
really
the percentage
good
play out of Genji in that mid lane. That was really, really nicely done. Kuzan knew that no matter what, all he needed to do was land the chains. He passed the test.
At this point now, Effort and Teddy getting poked down a little bit. Teddy does have the teleport, so he'll eventually be able to bring it back. We'll take a look at this. It's very surprising. You can see that Faker's actually playing right pocket side of the blue lane, respecting the fact that Rek'Sai can come from the left-hand side, but ends up getting caught out by the combo regardless and going down.
Even investing the flash into that play also, so feeling like he did have an opportunity. The sidestep on the distortion damage was actually really, really nice from Faker, but the fact that the chains landed, that's, like we say, the only test, really, that Kuzan truly had. Cuvée poking out Khan. We saw yesterday, Tal, of course, dying, I think, level 3, 1v1, as the Vladimir against the Nico. Getting a little bit shocked by that one. The damage in that particular game from Rascal was pretty silly from the Nico.
So far in this game, Flid already has the Predator boots as well as the Chilling Smite. And he's going to be looking at Seonghwan's right-hand side jungle. He's going to realize, okay, he's not here.
Takes his blast cone, though. So there's something. Control ward down here for SKT. Now we'll just move, grab his Krugs. Respawn on the Krugs on the top side of the map for Seonghwan as well. So both of our junglers just hard farming.
What's really interesting about this game is that they have the Sorcerer buff on Genji's side.
Uh-huh. Tell me more.
And they have Shapeshifter, which is really interesting. They have a lot going for them.
Whoa, they have Shapeshifter as well? Who's
on
Shapeshifter?
Genji. Nico.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, but you've only got one. There's no synergies there. You're not going to get the double health.
Not with that attitude.
I guess you truly are low standards.
What if Nico's passive ability is that she becomes whatever character that she's next to? So she turns into Rek'Sai
and actually just straight up has... Oh, right, okay, so it has the same traits?
See? You just gotta put some thought into it.
Yeah, that's certainly some optimistic Nicoing. And does she remain a sorcerer the whole time?
Absolutely.
Oh, goodness me. She better be like 6 cost.
4.
She's the
at the
new
very least.
ultra legendary.
Absolutely.
Mega ultra legendary.
I feel like the number 4 is a little bit of a shapeshifter. You know, you can sort of twist and contort it to make other numbers pretty easily.
Make it into an A sometimes as well, according to some people.
All right.
You know? If they can't get the correct name on the League of Legends client.
The reason that we're talking about this is there's not a lot going on in the game. Clown Dragon is the first one that's going to spawn, but with the Skarner still clawing his way to level 6, it's going to be...
I see what you did there with clawing, and his Skarner's got claws in the front. Really, I did enjoy that a lot. That was fantastic.
I wove it in for you.
Yeah, sorry, what was your point?
Yeah, so he's clawing his way to level 6, and without any jungle influence, it's actually really hard for too much action to occur on the map. Now, Effort is taking a trip to the river, but ends up getting caught.
Yeah, he was trying to go back home, but Seonghwan finds him. Does have the Grey health. They hold on to a lot of their damage until after that one goes down, but Effort eventually able to get out of there. Doesn't even have to flash, as there's the Impale. Teddy's going to find the piercing arrow. Hail of arrows not enough, and Ruler is able to flash to get himself out.
That
wow.
Was really, really close.
Super close. Teddy not wanting to actually invest the flash to take that kill down. Teleport's going to get Effort back down towards the bottom side of the map. Still, of course, with the flash available, is meaning that he's pretty comfortable, especially with this unsealed spellbook that's here. So far, 1,000 gold is going to be the lead, given Kuzan's advantage in the mid lane. Faker, of course, still able to stay up as far as the farm is concerned, and Ruler had teleported already, so he's going to wander back towards this lane with a lower health bar.
And we'll see what ends up coming from this, as that was pretty hefty of an investment from SKT, although it looks like Clid wants to start the Dragon with the help of Effort.
Yeah, back into their dragony ways as Teddy walks over.
Beautiful question mark ping on the LeBlanc, tracking her through the Fog of War perfectly, knowing they can convert into this Clown Dragon.
Yep, back timing's pretty nice there as Cloud comes up. Next one going to be a Cloud. So let's see how SKT goes with rolling a little bit lower as Faker sidestepping absolutely everything and almost kills Kuzan. That was amazing from our man in the mid lane. His performance on the Akali in Game 1 was brilliant. Really good to see Faker in some form here over the last 2 series.
This Grandma in the mid lane, is that what she is, 1,000, right?
Yeah, something like
Very
that.
Very agile.
Super agile.
She's definitely got some moves. As Faker is having dictatorship over this lane right now, and he's exerting dominance despite giving up that kill early on. He's recovered fantastically inside of this lane. And now, with Clid having his ultimate available again, he might look for some action, although he does have to pass the left side of the map.
I'm now imagining lanes as, like, governments, now that you're calling it dictatorship and stuff
like that.
Yeah, what do we call, like,
democracy?
Do we have democracy on the bottom side of the map? Is that when, like,
what is a democracy?
I don't know.
No, certainly not this.
Yeah, this ain't a democracy. This is, oh my goodness, a turnaround. Really nicely done, actually, 1-for-1 so far.
Oh!
Trouble bubble from downtown. And Clid doesn't have to use the ult for that one. Double kill comes in for Teddy. And SKT are going to do it. Certainly not a democracy. That was a slaughter.
Yeah, that was was nothing democratic
No.
in that whole situation. As Sungwon, he's going to try to make the most of the situation, counter jungling everything on the left-hand side. Agatha going to end up being taken right at the very end. We'll see how this all ends up transpiring. This Catfish, he was really tasting something right here as he ate a life, devoured her, threw her back right into Teddy. And then this was really well executed.
I just don't know how Faker managed to line that one up so incredibly beautifully. Really, really nicely done. I wanted that one in slow motion as it traveled through the wall, because he was like halfway down the river. Like, he wasn't even anywhere near the screen. Still able to nail it.
She has an arm.
She does.
Zoe does have an arm.
Damn right she does.
Maybe Zoe players in the LCK have arms, and players that play Ashe and Sejuani, they're football players. They do hit some impressive field goals sometimes.
Well, Clid manages to pick up the blue buff. Faker slightly miscalculating his damage on his paddle star was slightly unfortunate. That's what happens if you play the game beforehand with triple infernal. It skews how much damage you think you're capable of. See Faker now with some priority there in the mid lane. 2 minutes until that Cloud Drake is going to be available. Shelly has hit the Rift, but 11 minutes in now, and neither SKT or Gen.G have really had a look at it. Haven't paid too much attention here towards the top side either, but Khan has actually been pretty comfy, to be honest, on this Aatrox in the range versus melee matchup. That can be rough for the Aatrox in this lane.
Well,
no extension of leads, nothing like that.
Yeah, let's give a brief rundown of what's going to transpire.
Okay, good go.
All right,
go,
and
go.
then we can get to the real stuff. All right, so Skarner's going to end up eating the Krug camp. Faker's going to pick himself up a plate here in the mid lane. He'll probably stay for one more mid wave before recalling. Skarner will probably proceed to getting the Scuttle Crab on the right-hand side, utilizing the priority that was present in mid and bot lane. He'll eat that, transition back into his red side jungle, eat his red and his wraith before recalling. Mid's going to end up probably recalling after this wave due to Faker's mana bar right now, and knowing that he realistically can't set up a kill unless that Trouble Bubble would land, in which case Clid would be able to follow up from the right-hand side. Although, it looks like they actually don't want to go for the red. They might want to go for a little bit more of a proactive play, but they can't actually find that due to the bottom lane state right now. Ezreal and... well, they're going to go for it anyway. They're going to bring Faker down to... oh, he has a Proto Belt on him.
Yeah, he's able to pick that one up.
But
RNG,
it's really hard to make this work. You can see. This is why I'm saying it's near impossible to really force this to happen. It's an Ezreal and a Lux. Now, she doesn't have Flash, but the binding is really easy to hit.
Oh, Clid here in the mid lane, just backing Faker up. You saw Songwon, he was hanging up topside river. Maybe starting off Shelly here. As you can see, Cuvée is able to push at will, meaning that SKT should have a look around, but Songwon not going to see anyone here, and there is vision for SKT on Shelly.
Faker's really refusing to recall, even though this was an incoming canyon wave. But perhaps he thought that he didn't want Kuzan to be able to get the initial first recall. But this is a little bit surprising, because now it means that his recall timer will be a little bit mismatched. Perhaps what he's thinking here is that he doesn't want to give up priority in mid.
Well, there's the Abyssal Voyage. Effort's going to come in with Clid. No QSS available just yet for Ruler, and he is well dead. Teddy picks up his third of the game. He's the man with the bounty on his head, and he's the man that SKT like to get behind. Really, really nice play for the early game on SKT's side.
Yeah, and the Varus is just accelerating really, really fast. Now, Ruler does have teleport. He's going to be able to TP back down into bottom lane, so it's not like Teddy's going to be able to pick up too many turret plates. Cloud Dragon will get picked up by Clid on the right-hand side. Faker, having stuck around in mid lane for an eternity, is still around near this Rift Herald.
Well, Herald's going to be taken, but it isn't the same as last game. Remember, the Rift Herald was picked up by SKT in last game, and it was traded for this kind of pressure bottom side. But SKT's able to get so much more work done on these turrets, and the turret plates just ran out. Okay, there's the chains landing from Kuzan. Ignite going down. That's Faker's actual Ignite, as he doesn't find the paddle star. Goes down to the passive at least, so at least gets the Deceive.
And so now this is going to induce a recall out of Kuzan, who already has level 11. Faker should get it off of this wave. Although, Clid is absorbing and sharing some XP. Faker's a lot further behind than I thought.
It's weird, though, because...
yeah, a lot of experience has been absorbed.
Yeah, the experience is certainly the issue. He's still ahead when it comes to the farm, despite going down early, but like you say, interesting that Kuzan's been able to get a few more.
He's ahead in gold because of the turret plates as well as the farm, despite the assist that Kuzan has at this point, or, well, received earlier on inside of the game. But it is really surprising because Kuzan is well into 11, whereas Faker has yet to hit it.
Yeah.
Which is really bizarre. Yes, he was roaming, but he was often doing so after getting the priority already.
He was good at setting up waves for himself.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I'm quite perplexed also.
He did just hit level 11. But LeBlanc's going to catch the same wave, so Faker just hit 11. I'm curious to see when Kuzan hits 12. Because that'll really be a pretty good indication of just how far behind he is in the experience bar if we don't end up getting to see via their highlighted champion in the bottom left.
Yep. Okay, top side of the map, Khan's just pushing in. He does actually have a slight CS advantage, but a wave coming towards Cuvée means that that will move back into the Nico's favor. Nico being very quiet so far. 16 minutes into this game. Infernal Drake, by the way, guys, going to be the next one. 3 minutes until that comes back up. And SKT will be looking to fight for that one. That is absolutely true, and I think this time Gen.G are probably going to try and go for it also. Clip just going to walk up and smite. That's not too bad as Khan. He's going to get pulled back. Pop Blossom comes in. Khan does have the flash available easily. Picks that one up. The World Ender not even necessary apart from some extra movement speed. And that was just some really nice play out of Khan.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic out of him. And that's massive amounts of pressure relief that SKT get now up in top lane, knowing that no attention has to be devoted. Now everyone can move towards the mid part of the map.
Yep, minions also able to get healed up by the redemption that was picked up by Faker there. Really cool stuff. Kuzan from over the wall wants to try and punish, but Faker has an extra flash as well as his own. And Gen.G couldn't answer. That is so huge. The fact that there's a solo kill topside, this turret is probably going to go down. Kuzan is even further behind. And the mid-outer turret also fell as a direct result. Damn, that is called a cascade of problems on Gen.G's side, but a fantastic lead created by SKT. Yeah.
And let's take a look at this one more time. Khan opens up with his combo, actually uses World Ender after the combo was started. Aatrox gets bonus AD when he casts his ultimate, so utilizing it right there. Getting the bonus AD at the end, and as you were pointing out,
gets the movement speed to sidestep the Pop Blossom. Really nicely done.
So he ends up picking that up. Now Faker down here in bottom lane. We see he's about to hit level 12.
Yep, fake flashing towards Kuzan here. Of course, still has his actual one, so someone of his work cut out for him if he actually wants to land anything. The chains do need to land once again. Real flash utilized by Faker. Doesn't go for the fat one over the wall. As efforts down here on the bottom side does have the Abyssal Voyage, but didn't want to take Teddy into what could have been a dicey scenario. Eventually, Shelly does come in, but the wave is actually going to meet in the middle here, and Shelly might not actually get any work done, given the fact that SKT should be able to get a relatively quick rotation over.
She should get one crash.
Yeah, she's going to crash forward, and in fact, SKT are looking to let her do so and try and cut Gen.G off at the pass, but not quite able to.
And now, Infernal Dragon is likely going the way of SK Telecom. Both top laners have teleport right now. Take a look at Aatrox. He's almost 13 and a half. Cuvée is still level 12.
It's so hard though, right? Because now Khan has such a clear advantage in a matchup that Gen.G probably should have had a bit of control in. Yes, like, Khan, if he lands his full combo like that, should be able to kill Cuvée. However, it's so hard to get on top of a Nico just in general that, like, that shouldn't happen, in theory.
Yeah. Well,
just, it did, and now it's really skewed how this game is supposed to go from a Gen.G perspective.
And I think one of the other problems right now that Gen.G are having is that Rek'Sai has the Quicksilver Sash picked up already. Yep. So a lot of a stunt, or quite a big stunt in her build path. And Nico is looking like she has the stopwatch. We'll have to see if Cuvée is going to actually just go Zanya's Hourglass next, or what is going to be the itemization of choice. Normally, you just see Twin Shadows come in.
Yeah, you should be going Spooky Ghosts if it's the standard Glacial Augment build, and of course that is the keystone that he's picked up.
He does pick up the Aether Wisp.
Yep.
Just now.
Okay, so he is going... He just has the stopwatch, and he's going to be going towards the Last Shadow? The Twin Shadows? Sorry, your name isn't Last Shadow. It's low standards. I keep forgetting.
Right.
I got to get this information.
Remember.
The change of information, it's just it's a bit rough for me. You know, I'm getting old. Brain doesn't work as fast as it used to. And it also just never really worked that fast anyway. 4,000 gold going to be the lead here for SKT. Songwan and Kuzan, they really have an issue with Faker here, but he drops off his bubble. That was really cute. Not going to be enough, though. Teleports are coming in.
That's a donation.
Yep. The Pop Blossom comes in, but actually, Khan in the World Ender, he's able to dive on top of Cube. Shape Splitter was the wrong one. The flash forward ruler able to utilize the QSS that he literally just purchased in order to get out of the Impale. Really good turnaround there. And look, I thought it was a donation as well, but Khan using the stopwatch to great effect.
And comes at the cost of his stopwatch. They managed to avoid what could have been a really big tempo turnaround swing.
Oh, God. Kuzan going to have to flash, double distortion in order to get out of the way of Khan. Khan's Aatrox, absolutely terrifying right now, and Teddy just kills a Rek'Sai at the back of the Baron pit. Not entirely sure what he was doing there. I was checking out top lane, as now Ruler's getting corralled as well. He's trying to turn it into a kill onto Teddy, but he's getting body blocked. Oh, the final spark picks off Teddy, and that means that SKT probably can't turn on a Baron.
Yeah,
that's actually huge.
Can't start the Baron now. However, Teddy has teleport, Ruler does not.
Okay.
That is something that might have to be kept in mind depending on how the next 20 seconds go. Because if SK Telecom get one more pick, yes, they can start the Baron with ease.
Well, Effort going to face check there just a little bit. Gets his control ward down as the Blooming Burst not going to be able to find the Catfish Man. Sir Thomas able to walk over to the Raptors quite comfortably. In a turret, taking a lot of damage in SKT with all the deep vision that they would like. Faker dropping off the bubble there was not enough to save his life, but of course had full information of what Gen G were trying to do. And the Abyssal Voyage was what allowed SKT to turn this one. Unfortunate that Teddy kind of shorted the Chains of Corruption there.
The stopwatch paying off massive inside of that. Without it, he just would have went down immediately. And then now...
Right, Clid just knocked Songwon into the Thunderdome with him. That's what happened.
Yep. Teddy able to pick him off in the end. Ruler went for a last stand. And now let's talk about it, too. It comes at the expense of his flash.
For it, exactly.
It's not worth it.
Well, I mean, it only got close to being worth because Life managed to eventually get the kill with a max range final spark. That is not the kind of investment that you should be looking for here as Khan. Not going to be found by 5 members of Gen G. This is some of the best Khan play that we've seen so far this season.
Yeah.
And they were our LCK champions, but it wasn't because Khan was absolutely fantastic or anything like that. He still had some of his Khan-esque problems that we saw in his Kingzone days. This is some of the best vintage Khan that we've seen for a really long time. It's a joy to watch.
And
SKT fans beginning to believe, LS, this could be a problem.
No. Don't do that. We've seen what it's done to KT over the years.
Oh, KT's a different beast. KT is, if you believe in them, it works in a negative way. That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah. People believed too much. And then 2018 Worlds happened. And then it was
like the boy who cried wolf.
There.
Eventually, you know what's going to happen? They're going to win Worlds, and no one's going to... It's not even going to be acknowledged. Riot makes skins for the second place team.
Yeah, we're not going to get ready. We're not going to actually like celebrate it until like exactly the end of the game because everyone's too scared to get excited. Terrible.
The game actually ends, everyone starts celebrating it, and then Mark Merrill comes out and says that there actually needs to be a remake.
Yeah, a remake, and we have to do it again, and then everyone just goes back to clenching. Oh my goodness.
Oh, jeez.
It's a clenched life if you're a KT fan.
Oh, man.
Please no.
And that's the story of how Team Liquid became world champion. Alright, so, in this game, Mountain Dragon going to get picked up swiftly by Clid. Almost immediately as he's right on top of it. And then after this, it should be a pretty easy transition into a Baron dance. Now, Ezreal is particularly good at being annoying.
Landing on a life is actually huge here. Gets the cleanse, doesn't want to let SKT get that one pick that they're looking for. And this composition, LS, sieges actually quite nicely.
Yeah.
Zoe's pretty good at it. It's a large reason why that Zoe was picked up. Cleared, like you say, going to solo this one out. Earth, Wind, and Fire now secured.
You know what I just thought of?
What's
As Karna's taking this. You know the SpongeBob a few moments later?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It took him a bit.
1 minute later. It did certainly take him a while.
Yeah.
But he got there in the end. And sometimes, long journeys are worth it. It's a great destination. Teddy here with the Bloodthirster now in hand. He thinks he's Callista. Oh, the bubble was very close there from Faker.
And at this point of the game, it's just going to come down to SKT.
Booking it, man. It wanted to get over that wall. Life also in trouble.
I just thought of a skin.
Yeah, what's that?
I was looking at the river, and then I thought about Lux, and I thought about a sea creature chasing him. And I thought, how about Little Mermaid Nami?
Nami already is the Little Mermaid, basically.
No. I mean,
isn't
Ariel.
Koi Nami is basically Ariel, right?
And they can make an Ursula Tom Kent skin.
Or an Ursula Urgot.
Ursulot.
Ursulot! It sounds like a knight. That's amazing. It's like Lancelot, Ursulot. Now we need a knight Urgot skin as well. Give me more Urgot skins.
Oh, man.
That's apparently what we need. We're back on the siege one more time, guys. No Barons necessary here for SKT, as they will be able to take down this. Inner cleared, always threatening. With that Impale, means that Gen G do have to play a little bit scared, and that is even more Baron area control. Even more parts of the map that are just too dark, and even more places Song1 cannot be farming.
All right.
It's a scary moment here for Gen G, as I believe SKT has had control of the game of League of Legends, be it game 1 or 2, throughout the entirety of today's play.
Yeah.
Which is what we expected of vintage SKT. This was the spring SKT that was so dominant. Was an SKT that could choose their moment to take control and never relinquish it. It's really good to see them playing to that sort of form. And I was talking to some of the SKT staff, just saying that the opinion of the players has certainly gotten better, as Pop Blossom here from Cube. He doesn't even get it off, though, just explodes at the hands of Khan. Khan pretty good at that this game, as SKT will move over to the inhibitor on the bottom side of the map. They know that they've got Gen G routed. They will have spare time. They should be able to lock this one down. A lot of damage availability. Final Spark might actually be the last one for this game.
They're going to get the bottom inhibitor, and it looks like they're keen on retreating. As SK Telecom, they're the Dragon Slayers this game.
Damn right they
If
are.
you ever have a dragon problem, you better call them. That's going to be their new slogan.
They're the Exterminators.
Yeah, they are.
But kind of ironic, because they've got a Scorpion on their team.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I didn't know that was the back animation of that skin.
It's a cute one. Yeah, it actually does. I'm glad you recognized that.
Let's recognize the replay.
Recognize what? Where'd she go?
I don't know. Actually, I don't even know whether the corpse was there on the ground. It's
Oh,
like
man.
too dead. Like even the pixels were eviscerated.
Yeah.
All right. Well, SKT, all of the control in the world. Do need to do a little bit of housekeeping though. They've been a little bit lax, allowed the weeds to grow back on the top side jungle of Gen G, and by weeds I mean, of course, the warding they've been able to put down. Control vision cleared inside the Baron pit. However, Khan's able to push in. He's got himself a GA. Very comfortable in a 1-3-1 scenario or a 1-4 scenario, depending on what they're going for. Teddy throws down a control ward. He's looking for Song1. Has cleared. He's found a target, and they are dead. That is just how that's going to go. Teddy easily locks down Kuzan. And the fact that anyone dies in one CC duration of the Impale means that if you don't have a QSS or one available, you're dead.
Yeah. And at this point of the game, it doesn't even seem like SK Telecom care that much about waiting for the Infernal and playing Captain Careful game, as that's going to be the top inhibitor. Wow, that's a lot of damage that he took from the turret shot, but with the Bloodthirster and Blade of the Ruin King.
I think this is fantastic, though, because in game number 1, SKT, all they were thinking about was, we can't do anything without a Baron because of their composition. Now, they're using a comp that loves sieging despite the Baron, because if Gen G fights them around the Baron, that could be Gen G's only opportunity to get back in, as Khan does find a knock-up onto Song 1. Yeah, they're able to take all of these inhibitors right in front of Gen G, and they can't actually do anything about it.
Yeah, Gen G can't actually contest.
We almost have Impale up again, and SKT just get to click their fingers and kill someone. That is what this comp does if you don't have QSS on every member of your team.
Oh, they really want to end right now.
I mean, why the heck not? I mean, 30 minutes just ticked over. They've got half the health bar on one Nexus.
Impale is about to be up.
Yep, there it is. And now Clid can decide. This is turret defense on the hardest difficulty when you don't have very much experience with the game. That is how this one feels. Starting to get overwhelming. There it is. Impale came in. The Nico is going to leave. That redemption is certainly not going to exist, and the Nexus is just going to get obliterated. SKT decide to end the game, and then it ends.
Just like that, huh?
Yep.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
All right.
They felt like playing some League of Legends. Towards the end there, I think Teddy said, "I'm feeling peckish, guys," and they said, "Oh goodness, sorry, Teddy.
Yeah.
We'll win the game now." And they did. Top laner sub for Griffin is fantastic.
It is really, really hard to break into the limelight.
Yeah. And also it's just because, you know, you find a player that you really like and you remember the big plays that happened, right? So Faker will always be a legend.
He will.
Because of the amount of highlight plays he has and the amount of history that is just attributed to him being phenomenal. And he is the king of League of Legends. I think everyone knows that. However, there are a lot of these players that may actually be more skillful than a lot of our top talent. It's just that they don't have the ability to show that off and therefore get that recognition. And I'd be excited to see some of these guys really come to the forefront, because it has been a year of change here for the LCK. Of course, we did send SKT to MSI, but everything underneath them is very, very different in spring.
Take a look at some of the highlights from this game. This was Faker giving up a kill. This was Tom Kench snipping out the kill.
Getting a bit hungry.
Yeah, getting a little bit hungry.
Which is what he says.
There is the ultimate, and I really like this how Clid. He's like, no, I don't have to ult. I like that little pause.
Yeah, yeah. He was considering it. He was like, no.
And this was Sir Thomas coming in.
To the rescue.
You ever seen a catfish and a scorpion work together?
No.
I bet not.
I haven't seen that one. That's actually quite frightening.
You ever seen a chameleon get assassinated by a Gundam? Nope.
Have now.
Yeah, you have now.
Yep.
Let's see what else have you seen. Let's take a look. You ever seen a small child get completely blown up?
With a laser beam?
With a laser.
No, I haven't. I think I checked the rating for that particular one and I said no. As Clid, he's going to get the Impale here onto Ruler, but he just purchased his QSS. But the Thunderdome play was really, really cool.
Yeah. Right, this was, look at Baron. Baron's so angry. Baron said, Rek'Sai, why didn't you come home last night? And you're grounded.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Baron. He would be Void in Teamfight Tactics, right?
That's Rek'Sai's mom.
Oh, damn. And you never actually kill Baron in the game. You kill like Dragon and Elder Drake.
Exactly. All she ever talks about is how she's the queen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She never tells you about her mom.
Yeah. Alright, well there's the flash. That's what ended this game. But it felt like they didn't even need to get this pick, right? Like, this SKT composition, they played around not needing the extra, the Baron, anything like that in order to win so incredibly well, and just decided to end the game, and did so. Really cool stuff here from SKT, and a swift 2-0 win over Gen G will mean that the standings are going to take a little bit of a switcherino, because I believe this means that SKT will head above KT in the standings. KT, of course, an opportunity after this series up against Afrika Freaks in order to try and get back, but SKT making a late surge here in the first round robin. Their one remaining game against Humble Life Esports will be the last one for the first round robin, and then immediately back into the Telecom war.
Yeah.
For the beginning of round 2. So interesting how this is going to work. And SKT, of course, effort. he's going to pick it up. That's going to be the MVP once again. I think I voted for Faker twice in a row, and he didn't get very much recognition. It was the trouble bubble towards the end here that I really, really liked. But I don't know. He played some good Kench, I guess.
Yeah, he did play some good Kench. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Not worried about it? Just feeling like it's not worth it? Is that your thoughts? I don't know. Well, in my opinion, I thought that Faker's play was absolutely fantastic, but Effort also going to get a look in there. It means we do get to talk to, I believe, both Teddy and Effort now. So we get to have a conversation with the bottom lane for the MVP interview.
네,
Speaking of which, let's throw it to Ji-sun for some translation.
테디 선수, F 선수 모실게요. 안녕하세요.
And we'll be hearing from a bot deal from SK Telecom, picking up 2-0 victory up against Genji. First winning streak of SK Telecom in the summer split. How was today's game, Teddy?
오늘은 그냥
Today,
다들 뭐
everyone
실수는
was just like
안 하고 뭐 할 거 한 거 같아서 다
doing
잘
their
나온
work without any mistakes, so it was very good.
그리고 에포트 선수는
And Effort.
오늘 선발로는
This was your first game as a starting support. Did you feel any pressure or nervous?
그냥 선발이라 기분은 좋았고요.
Felt really nice to be a starting
경기는
player,
그냥 똑같이
but game
긴장 안 하고 한
felt
거
the same. I wasn't really that nervous.
기분 좋은 표정 맞으시죠?
Are you happy right now? Yes, I am.
네, 활짝 웃어주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you for the big
자, 오늘
smile,
1세트,
Effort.
특히 SKT 뱀픽이
And game
정말
number one,
날카롭다
SK
이런
Telecom, the
얘기들이
draft
많았는데요.
was really
유미
smart.
상대로 칼리노틸은
So
2위,
up against
정보가
Yumi,
되어
you guys
있었거든요.
went with Kalista and
일단
Nautilus.
저희가 스크린에서 맞아본
Well,
기억도
during the
있어가지고
screens,
저걸 쓰면 좋겠다
We got smashed by the combo,
네,
so we
그러니까
thought
좋더라고요.
that's a very viable pick. So today
네,
we
정말
were
좋은
able to
판단이었고요.
kind of pull that
그리고
off in competitive game.
탐켄치를 픽했을 때는 무슨 이야기
And what did the players say when Cube locked in Tomkins for top lane?
좀 탐켄치를 탑으로 간다는 걸 빨리 알려줬어요.
Did you? It was quite obvious to use Tomkins in top lane in Genji, right?
저희 일단 다 준비하고 예상하고
We were all
들어가서
prepared. We kind of expected it.
그냥 예상한 대로
So
나온 것 같아요.
I think everything
네,
go
정말
as we kind
생각대로
of expected and planned.
압도적으로 잘 풀렸던 1세트 경기였습니다. 에포트 선수가 오늘
Effort.
탐켄치 잡고 플레이 정말 잘해주셨는데
Your performance on both support champions was very aggressive and great.
테디 선수는
Teddy,
만족스러우셨는지 좀 들어볼게요.
How was Effort's play today?
에포트 선수
Effort today.
할 거 다 하고
He
잘한
did
것
all
같아요.
his works. He did really well. Great job. In both games, I think he was the one to be the MVP. But luckily, I was the one picking up MVP in game number one.
만날 수 있어서 정말 좋습니다. 자, 에포트 선수 사실
So
상대
Effort.
롤러 라이프
Roller
듀오가
Life
정말 잘한다고
are also one of the top bot
아무래도
laners in
책임감도 좀
LCK.
많이 생겼을 것
So
같아요. 1, 2세트 다
you
라인전
must have
해보면서
felt a bit of a
어떠셨는지
pressure or
궁금해요.
responsibility. So how was the laning phase?
굉장히 잘하는 보듀라고 생각하고
I think those are really great bot laners. So I kept that in my mind. So thanks to that, I was able to kind of stay alert and
오히려 자극제가
a little bit
됐다.
nervous till I can pull off great plays.
자, 오늘 SKT가 판단도 굉장히
And SK
좋고
Telecom
도전
today's the decisions
굉장히
and like
빨랐어요.
performance,
그 장면이
roaming,
굉장히 잘
backup, everything was
들어갔던
perfect.
상황이 이 세트에
So
있어서
let's go
준비를
through some of the
해봤습니다.
highlights together.
얘기 들어볼게요. 네, 이때 상황 좀 설명해 주시겠나요? 네, 이거는 1세트
So
장면인데요.
this is from game number one.
일단은 상혁이 형이 자기
First?
나 좀 봐줘 하는데
Well,
혼자
Faker was like,
이제
watch me, watch me.
하더라고요. 그래서
And then he just
네,
solo
잘-
killed
잘-
Azrael.
그냥 혼자 잘한 것 같아요.
I
상혁이
think
형이.
that was a super play from Faker.
네, 페이커 선수
All his
정말
own.
활약이 좋았고요. 그리고 조금 전에 말씀드렸던 2세트 바텀에서 있었던 장면도
And we have a highlight for game number 2 as well. So when it's ready, let's go through it together.
1세트에서도
And you guys are just picking up every objective in game number 1 and 2.
물론 굉장히 유리해서 그런 면도 있었지만
I guess you guys were,
특별히 오브젝트
well, very in the
신경
lead,
많이
but
쓰셨는지
were you guys
페이커
planning to
선수도
play
보여주셨고요.
around the objectives as a strategy?
일단은 유리한데
Well, we were in the lead.
그냥 천천히 그냥 오브젝트 위주하면서
We just wanted
상대
to go
정글만 빼먹으면서
slowly
우리가
and
천천히
going around the
하자 때문에
objectives
그냥
and
오브젝트
counter
잡는 것
jungling their jungle camps.
깔끔하게 잘 챙기셨습니다. 자, 말씀드렸던 2세트
And
장면 이제 만나보도록
highlight for game number
하겠습니다.
2 is ready now,
그때
so
선수의 판단이 정말
I want to hear from
좋았거든요.
Effort.
앞으로 들어가는 판단을
You were just
했었는데
going
상황이
forward,
어땠는지 좀
so-
들어볼게요.
네.
What was going over there?
이때 아마
So here,
일단 진성이 형이 좀 이제
Teddy
적극적으로 해도 되겠다
said we can
해가지고
go a little bit more
그래서
aggressively.
앞으로 갔고요.
So I just walked
저희
forward.
이제 팀원들도 오는 상황이었고
And I have all the
그래서
teammates
좀
coming for
싸워도
backup,
무조건
so
이득
we
보겠다는
knew
생각이
that
앞으로
this fight gonna be a winning one, so I just went a little bit more aggressively.
너무너무 좋다는 장면이 1세트, 2세트 장면이 다 증명이 됐습니다. 아까 시작할 때도 좀 여쭤보긴 했지만 굉장히 호흡이 좋아지고 있다는
Performance and also the teamwork between you guys are keep evolving.
일단은
Well,
저번 경기 그래도 이겼어가지고 팀
we did win the previous
전보다
game,
더 나아지는 것
so
같고
I think
오늘도 2대0
about
이겨가지고
performance or teamwork
더
has
좋아지지
improved, I
않을까.
guess, and today we again
표정에서도
picked up a
많이
2-0
변화가
victory, so
있었습니다.
I think our
자,
performance
에프트
will
선수는,
even
굉장히
improve
아쉽게도
better.
가지 못하는
네.
상황이에요. 자, 일주일 동안 좀 경기력 잘 유지하셔야 될
So,
텐데 어떤 식으로
Rift Rivals is around the corner. How are you gonna prepare for that?
미라 경기도 보면서 이제
Well, I'll be watching Rift Rivals because I'm not in the roster, so I'm gonna also play a lot of solo queues so that I can improve and look what kind of champions are the mainstreams and the best in the current meta.
12연승 남았습니다.
And Teddy, 12 games winning streak is waiting for you.
다음 주 리라도 있고
And you have Rift
그 뒤에
Rivals
계속해서
in next
서머
week
이어질
and
텐데
Summer Split
자신감
is going
있으신지
on, so are you
확실하게
confident?
말씀 부탁드릴게요.
일단은
First
5연패인데
off,
너무 좀 기분이 안
I felt
좋은데
really bad about 5
12
matches
연승
losing streak,
남아서
but
해가지고 이길 수 있도록
I hope
열심히
we can feel better picking up 12 games winning streak.
네, 감사합니다. 오늘도 승리 정말
Once again,
축하드리고요.
congratulations on the win, and I'll see you guys at Rift Rivals and also Effort. And 2 weeks later.
하겠습니다. 오늘 인터뷰 감사합니다.
Thank you very much for this interview, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ji-san. Of course, thank you so much for your assistance last night as well. Absolutely fantastic on the broadcast. She was a hero. And today, we've also got a gigantic break to go on as well before we are going to get to our next one. SKT making pretty short work of Gen G, meaning that we'll need to find some activities.
58 minutes.
It's time to queue up for some TFT.
I'm going to the PC bong.
Yeah, I think we,
See
may
you
as
later.
well at this point. Like, what is it, 7 o'clock? Yeah, we got like about as much time as we want. SKT rocket up to 7th place, 3-5. And depending on who wins after this, it is likely, like if KT get a miracle and beat Afrika Freaks 2-0, then SKT goes ahead of them in 6th place.
Has been really interesting, this split.
Yeah, they have been like a heart monitor, man. It is up and it is down, and it does not stop. It's been a weird situation for the Afrika Freaks.
What's a flatline?
That's relegation. That's how that works. Yeah. It looks like Jinnet.
You said it, not me. Okay.
It's a sad reality, my friend. They haven't been doing very much winning. I'm going to apologize to Jinnet after this, but for that, I mean, we are going to go to a pretty long break. And when we get back, we're going to see KT versus Afrika. Who's going to be able to pull themselves up by their bootstraps? We'll have to find out in quite a long time, guys.